Yeah, we got again one more idea behind this infinite square well is to understand some natures. I mean, we are going to list out some property here which will be common for most of the cases, not only here. Yeah, wait a second. What we got? En is equal to 2ma square, and after normalization, this was equal to root of 2 by a. It is when your potential is first you have to define potential, am I right? Before solving 0 when x is between 0 to a infinity otherwise. Yeah, I hope you have done that exercise. I mean, yeah, this is centered at one of the side of the well, am I right? V of x as a function of x, 0 to a. Infinity here, infinity here. So this was the origin, am I right? This was the origin you have chosen. If you shift origin to center of the well, that will become symmetric well, isn't it? So that will become symmetric well. And how those solutions will change. So this is my new origin. Again, width of the well is a only. Is that okay? So for this, usually potential is defined like this. It is 0 when mod x is less than a by 2. What do you mean by mod x less than a by 2? X is between minus a by 2 to plus a by 2. Is that okay? So infinity, otherwise. This potential, this is symmetric potential. Okay. Again, you have one theorem in the first chapter. What was that? If potential is symmetric, what was the theorem? Your wave function will be either even or odd, isn't it? That was the situation. We shall see that. So now, width of the box is a only. Is that okay? So choice of the origin is different, isn't it? So that's why energy will not change, remember. Is that okay? Energy depends only on the width of the box, because width of the box is a physical situation, not choice of the origin. Is that okay? Origin is always our choice. So, but wave function is origin dependent. Is that okay? Wave function will change here to here. If suppose here it is sine, something else may happen over there. Is that okay? Cos may happen. Are you getting my point? If I draw ground state, I hope you have drawn that, isn't it? If I draw ground state, look at here. Ground state looks like the same thing here. Now look at here. According to this as the origin, this is one kind of function. According to this as the origin, this is another kind of function. That's why wave function will definitely change. Is that okay? But energy will not change. Energy will never depend on choice of the origin. But wave function is depending on choice of the origin. So that's why what would you do here? So what changes you will do here? Again, you don't have to solve that one again. Again, you can solve that one by applying boundary condition. So psi of a by 2 is equal to 0. Psi of minus a by 2 is equal to 0. Am I right? Here the boundary condition is like this. Here boundary condition was psi of 0 is equal to 0. Psi of, yeah. Now what changes that you have to do here? I mean, you don't have to solve that one. That's what I'm saying. You know the answer and you can just manipulate that one. Again, keeping energy same. Why? Energy is not depending on choice of the origin. Is that okay? Speak up. I told. So suppose e power minus lambda into x minus a the whole square. How did you plot it? Suppose a is positive, it was like this. Am I right? So e power e power minus lambda x square, e power minus lambda x plus a the whole square. Am I right? Suppose a is here. Are you getting my point? Now look at here. Yeah, here I kept origin as it is. I shifted the curve. Now think in a ulta way. So, I mean, keep the curve as it is. Look at here. So shift the origin. Keep the curve as it is. So here origin is shifted backward. Am I right? Origin is shifted backward. Here origin is shifted forward. Check that out. Now what happened here? Origin is shifted forward. When origin is shifted, wait a second. Forward or backward? Forward. Am I right? Look at here. So from here to here, origin is shifted forward. Just check it out. Here to here, origin is shifted backward, isn't it? When origin is shifted forward, x is changed by x plus a. When origin is shifted forward by a distance a, x is changed by x plus a. Just get that graphical idea. Is that okay? You may need that one to solve questions. Okay. So that's why when origin is shifted forward, or curve is shifted backward. Am I right? If you take this is the curve, that curve is shifted backward. Ground state. If you take ground state, for example. So then, only thing you have to do here is, you have to change x by x plus a because origin is shifted forward. So by changing x to x plus a, so your psi n of x will be equal to root of 2 by a sine n phi x plus a whole divided by a. X plus a by 2, x plus a whole divided by 2. X plus a by 2, yeah. X plus a by 2, not x plus a. X plus a by 2. It is shifted by, yeah, origin is here. Now origin is shifted by a by 2. Yeah, that's correct. Is that okay? Origin is shifted by a by 2. Now, root of 2 by a sine n pi x by a plus n pi by 2, check it out. A got cancelled, isn't it? So now this will take different function. This will become different function. One is sine, other is cosine. Look at here. So sine theta plus odd multiple of pi by 2. What is that? Cos theta, isn't it? So that will become cos n pi x by a for n is equal to 1, 3, 5 and all. Okay, so that will become root of 2 by a sine even multiple of pi by 2. That becomes sine only. Sine n pi x by a when n is equal to 2, 4, 6 and 9. Now let me plot them symbolically. Yeah. So have you plotted that one in this case? In case of, we call this one as asymmetric well. This one as symmetric well. Is that okay? Again, as expected, look at here. N equal to 1 is ground state. Am I right? That is cosine function. And your range is minus a by 2 to plus a by 2. Only that evenness and oddness will come only when you take symmetric limit, remember. Are you getting my idea? So that's why only you can talk about evenness and oddness here only, not here. Is that okay? Not here, because this part, so your wave function itself is 0, remember. Neither even nor odd. Look at here. If you take ground state, that will be like this. If you take first excited state, I think that will be like this. So just try to draw the same thing here. If you take ground state here, it will be like this. So plot this one, okay? I think it will be like this or like this. I don't remember. Only mod psi square is very physical one. So just check it out. Let me draw it like this. I'm not sure. I think that's ulta. I think that's ulta. Here also it is ulta. This is psi 1. This is psi 1 of x. This is psi 2 of x. Yeah, I mean you are saying psi of x. Again, it's very, yeah, that's correct. Whatever you said, that's correct. I mean, I just shown the potential, then I have drawn that. Is that okay? Initially I have shown the potential, then I have drawn that. Is that okay? Just check it out. Okay, this is psi 1 of x. This is psi 2 of x. Look at here. This is even function. Look at here. It's very symmetrical. This is odd function. I think it should be ulta. Just check it out. Okay. So plot this one. What is psi 2 of x here? When n equal to 2, it will be, speak out, root of 2 by a sine 2 pi x by a. Just check it out. Yeah, when x equal to a by 4, what would happen? Sorry, minus a by 4. It will be negative. Check that out. When x equal to minus a by 4, it will be negative. Am I right? Isn't it? So put x equal to minus a by 4, sine of 2 pi minus a by 4 divided by a. Sine of minus pi by 2 is minus 1. Am I right? Yeah, it is like this. Is that okay? This curve is like this. But I think this curve is like this only. Okay, just check it out. Psi 2 of x. So, but when you take mod square, both of them will be same. Remember, mod square will be physical quantity, not psi. Psi itself is not physical quantity. If you plot mod psi square, it will go upside. Am I right? It will go upside. It will become like this actually. It will become like this. It will become like this when you make mod psi. Is that okay? The physical nature will not change when you change the origin usually, but wave function will change because any function that is coordinate dependent. Am I right? Any function, whatever you take. Similarly, wave function is also coordinate dependent, but energy is not. Okay? Energy depends only on the width of the well. Clear? Now, suppose if you take expectation x here, you will get one value. If you take expectation x here, you will get some other value. Is that okay? Usually, because wave function changes, so that's why. Suppose if width of the well is 2L, 2A, suppose. Is that okay? Suppose if it is from 0 to 2A. Is it okay? So then again you have to change like this. En is equal to n square, pi square, h bar square by what was the earlier one? 2m into a square. In place of a, put 2a. Asymmetric well. That's why your wave function, pick out. Root of 2 by 2a. You had a, just replace a by 2a. That's it. Is that okay? If width of the well changes. So sine of n pi x by 2a. That's it. Okay. The same changes will happen here. When width of the box changes, just replace that a by new width. A is the width of the well. Just remember that. Yeah, now this was small extension. Now let me restrict myself to again this situation 0 to a. Because not much parameter, I mean, if it's not origin dependent, is that okay? Just to show some parameter, I just shown that one. That's why if you discuss for this one, I mean, some property for this one, that's sufficient. Is that okay? Now look at here. First property that he listed, they are alternatively even and odd with respect to center of the well. I think you have drawn that one, am I right? Ground state. A here, 0 here. So with respect to center of the well, that was even and odd in when center of the well is at the origin, isn't it? Now, so with respect to center of the well, they are alternatively even and odd. Look at here, this is psi 1 of x. What is psi 2 of x? Psi 3 of x. Even mirror image with respect to center of the well, remember. Actually, when your origin is here, these are neither even nor odd. Only evenness and oddness will come only when you have symmetric limit, symmetric range about your y-axis. Is that okay? But so with respect to center of the well, yeah, they are alternately, this is even function, odd function, even function. Am I right? So odd function, even function, mirror image. So that is the first property. They are alternatively even and odd with respect to center of the well. Yeah, they are the first property. Okay, that's the first property. Yeah, these are needed. Okay, there are some questions on this one. Okay, this kind of property, very simple property. As you go up in energy, yeah, it is there in book. Make it brief. Okay, as you go up in energy, actually, look at here. A number of zero crossing term are increasing. Am I right? Again, this is not zero crossing. It is ended here. The function is 0 here, 0 here. Don't treat this one as zero crossing. Okay, this is zero crossing. So 1 zero crossing. So psi 2 of x. 1 zero crossing term. 2 zero crossing term. As you go up in energy, I mean, what do you mean by psi 1, psi 2, psi 3? N equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3. Is that okay? I mean, you are increasing the energy. So zero crossing term, we call it as node. Node. Number of nodes are increasing. Okay, when you go high in energy, it is increasing step by step. Suppose if you take psi n, how many nodes it has? How many zero crossing term it has? Speak out. Look at here. Psi 1 have got 0. Psi 2 have got 1. Psi 3 have got 2. Psi n will have n minus 1 nodes. Is that okay? That is second observation. Okay, that's second observation. Yeah, same thing will happen in case of your harmonic oscillator. Okay, exactly same thing will happen. Your ground state will be Gaussian. Ground state will be Gaussian. I mean, because potential is different. Okay, harmonic oscillator potential is different. So first exact state it will be like this actually. 1 zero crossing term. Is that okay? The properties will be same for other type actually. Third one, it will be like this. Okay. 2 zero crossing term. Is that okay? So same thing will be followed by other type of potential also. That's why we just listed out them. Okay. So because sometimes, suppose if he has given a psi 10, suppose, or if he has given curve for psi 10, how do you find it? Will you draw like this? Keep on drawing like this? Or you have to count number of zero crossing terms? So in some TF4 question, they design like that. Is that okay? You can count number of zero crossing terms. So that is n minus 1 and your state is psi n. Is that it? Are you getting my point? No need to keep on drawing that. You will, yeah. N is equal to number of zero crossing term. This is one, this is another. Don't count this. So wave function is 0 here and here. Don't count these two. That is happening for all. Here it is crossing, here it is crossing. Okay. Now, third property, that's very important. They are mutually orthogonal. What do you mean by they are? Wave functions are. Is that okay? They are mutually so that means I better write psi n. I mean set of wave function. That's what I'm writing. Is that okay? So set of all wave function, collection of wave function. They are mutually orthogonal. What do you mean by that one? I told that one, isn't it? I told that one. Again, this will be very clear after linear algebra. Is that okay? So psi n star of x, psi m, let me write psi m star of x, psi n of x dx, when you integrate your full region of interest, that will be equal to 0 if m not equal to n. Only difference from your Fourier analysis is complex conjugate, because here our wave function may be complex. Is that okay? This will be clear why we are taking complex conjugate here in linear algebra. Is that okay? But in case of Fourier analysis, what we have done, I think I have written sin m phi x by a into sin n phi x by a dx. Am I right? Is equal to 0 when m not equal to n. I have written like that. I haven't taken complex conjugate here because we were dealing with a real function over there. But here it may be complex. That's why we have to generalize the statement. Let me come to the reason why we have to make complex conjugate. Is that okay? So again, we call this as they are orthogonal. Is that okay? They are mutually orthogonal. That means if you take any two distinct wave function, if you take what you call complex conjugate of one, multiply with other, integrate, so your region of interest. Remember, this should not be 0 to a by 2. This should be full region of interest. Here also, this should be 0 to a in order it to be 0. Is that okay? You can just check it out. You can just plug in this one and you can check it out. This is exactly our Fourier analysis integral because this is real. Am I right? We want to make the statement general, but we are in the real wave function. I mean, our function is real. That's why this will be exactly same integral. Isn't it? And not only that, 0 to a, psi n star of x into psi n of x dx, when m equal to n, that will be equal to 1. We already, this is nothing but normalization condition. That okay, this is nothing but normalization condition. If m equal to n, we already normalize. This is our normalization factor, isn't it? Normalization constant. So these two statements together written like this. Remember, these conditions are for full range of interest. Okay. Don't again apply that one for half of the interval or something. Okay. Psi m star of x into psi n of x dx, that's equal to, look at here, 0, or we write in other symbol, Kronecker delta mn. Okay, where delta mn is defined as it's equal to 1 if m equal to n. Am I right? This integral is equal to 1 if m equal to n. It's equal to 0 if m not equal to n. So while doing problem, that may help us actually. Okay, writing this whole quantity in this symbol, that may help us in future. Okay, we call this one as Kronecker delta, not Dirac delta. Okay, Kronecker delta. Kronecker delta. Now look at here. Again, I can give small hint here. Why we have to take complex conjugate here? If you are not taking complex conjugate, look at here. This integral may not be real. This is your normalization integral, am I right? Suppose if you have any complex quantity, a plus ib. What is the square of complex number? Complex itself. Are you getting my point? If you are not taking complex conjugate, what would happen? Psi n of x, the whole square will happen here. Am I right? Check that out. So that may be again complex. When you integrate again, you will get result complex. Are you getting my point? That should not happen. Okay, let me explain later. This the reason behind taking complex conjugate is to make this one real. Is to make this one real. Let me just tell you later. We call this one as, so if this happens, we call they are orthonormal. That means orthogonal plus normalized. Equivalently, we say orthonormal. Yeah. So, and all integrals are exactly same as whatever the Fourier analysis you have done here. Okay, in this case. Now, fourth one is, this is very important. They are complete. They are means wave functions are psi n of x. Now it is not surprising for you, right? Because I have done that Fourier analysis initially, isn't it? They are complete means any function which should have, finite number of maxima or discontinuities. Is that okay? So any function can be written as summation over some Cn into psi n of x. This is equivalent to writing any function. So from 0 to a, writing that one as Bn into sine of Fourier sine series, isn't it? Now I have one root of 2 by a. That's why I observed I'm writing some other symbol. That's it. Are you getting my point? Now I hope I don't have to prove this one. Any function, any other function can be expressed as linear combination of, write it down. Any other function can be expressed as linear combination of this stationary state. We call it in a stationary state, linear combination of psi n of x, right, like this. If you want to elaborate, Cn into root of 2 by a Now look at here, Cn into root of 2 by a, that will play the role of your Bn in your Fourier sine series. Again, our region of interest is 0 to a only. Whatever the function you define, that should also between 0 to a, remember. Particle cannot exist outside. Are you getting my point? Whatever the function you represent or you take, that should be within that range, 0 to 8, okay? Yeah, while applying, you will understand. Again, do you remember why we have done that Fourier expansion very beginning? Why we have done? Again, very beginning, very first part of Fourier analysis. I told you we have superimposed, waves of different frequencies, am I right? Then the resultant frequency we want to decompose into individual. So when we decompose, coefficient will talk about amplitude of the individual wave, and mod square of the coefficient, that will talk about intensity of the individual wave, am I right? That's how I interpret it. The same interpretation will come here, okay? So there is a role of this coefficient. It's not arbitrary. Now wait a second, how do you find this coefficient? Now you have done like this, f of x is equal to summation over Cn into psi n of x, okay? En is equal to 1 to infinity. How do you find that Cn? You have to apply this one. You have to make use of this one. Just like before getting into that Fourier expansion, I have given some integral, am I right? Now this will play the role of that integral. Is that okay? Now what you have to do? Now what I do here is, I'll multiply this one with psi m star of x, and I'll integrate from 0 to a. Is that okay? Left hand side. Right hand side becomes integral 0 to a. So summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity Cn psi n of x psi m star of x dx. I'll multiply both sides by psi m star, because here the orthogonality is defined quite differently. Not exactly same as your Fourier analysis. In Fourier analysis, there was no complex conjugate, only difference. But method was same, am I right? I have multiplied with sin m pi x by a like that. Then I have integrated, isn't it? Method is exactly same. Now I can write this one as summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity. So Cn psi m star into psi n yeah, we shall write in order. Maybe in linear algebra that may be important, am I right? 0 to a psi m star into psi n dx, am I right? Now in the summation, only one term will be non-zero when n equal to m. Isn't it? Exactly same as that Fourier expansion. So that's why 0 to a psi m star of x into f of x dx, that will be equal to, when m equal to n, what would happen? This will become 1, because we have already normalized it. We have already taken normalized wave function. That's why. So that will become Cm into 1. So that's why Cm is equal to 0 to a psi m star of x into f of x dx. That was exactly same as your Fourier analysis. Now usually we replace at the end, we replace m by n. Cn is equal to 0 to a is it okay? In linear algebra sense, look at here. Yeah, again. Yeah, I don't have to go for linear algebra actually. Now, what is the role of this coefficient? In our suppose if you are dividing your some sound wave, the role of this coefficient was amplitude of individual wave. Am I right? Now we are going to define this one as probability amplitude of the measurement of energy. So because So these states are energy eigenstate. Can I say like that? Energy eigenstate means if you operate Hamiltonian on psi n, you will get En into psi n. You can just check it out. This is solution of that one. Is that okay? Are you getting my point? So that means, so these are the states of definite energy. Am I right? Are you getting my point? Now we are expanding given function. So in terms of definite energy states, is that okay? In terms of definite energy states, coefficient will talk about probability amplitude of measurement outcome of energy measurement outcome. Are you getting my point? Here I am talking about energy measurement probability, not position measurement. Are you getting my point? This mod psi square, if you take mod psi of x the whole square, this is probability of getting position. I mean your position probability density. This is correct, okay? But this coefficient, whatever I am talking about here, this coefficient Cn, it will talk about probability amplitude of finding the energy En. Because this coefficient in our Fourier analysis, it decided how much extent this psi n is in the function. Am I right? Are you getting my point? Suppose if you have many sound waves, this coefficient will be higher if one of the wave is dominant. Am I right? The same analysis here, similar analysis is done here. So this will talk about probability amplitude mod square, just like their mod square will talk about the intensity of the wave. Here mod square will talk about probability of getting the energy. Is that okay? So can I write directly? Probability of getting En when you do the energy measurement on this state. This is the possible state. Look at here. Linear combination is also state. That is the property of Schrodinger equation. Are you getting my point? When you do the energy measurement on this one, probability of getting En is mod Cn square. Is that okay? I hope you got how to find Cn. Let me write directly. Wait a second. Cn is equal to integral of psi n star of x into f of x dx. When we do the energy measurement, when we do the energy measurement on f of x, look at here, this f of x is the possible state. Linear combination is also solution. That's also possible state, just like electron is in the state which is a superposition of slit 1 and slit 2 state. This is also possible state. When we do the energy measurement on this kind of state, look at here. Again, now look at here. When you do the energy measurement, you will not get any intermediate energy. When you look at the electron, you will get either it is passing through slit 1 or slit 2, remember. You will not get it is chopping into half and it is passing through both, remember. It will not happen. So similarly, when you do the measurement, yeah, it's a mixing of many energy state. Am I right? Can I call this one as energy state? Energy eigenstate? Because this is eigenvalue equation. When you operate energy operator, you are getting energy. I'll call it as energy eigenstate. Is that okay? So when you are expanding this one in terms of energy eigenstate, yeah, let me use one more name, energy eigenstate. Because this is eigenvalue equation. Is that okay? This is energy eigenstate. When you expand given function in the linear combination of energy eigenstate, coefficient will talk about probability of measurement of energy. Coefficient will talk about probability of measurement outcome of energy, actually. Is that okay? Later, we may expand given state in terms of, suppose, angular momentum state or some other state. Then coefficient will talk about respective measurement outcome. So here it is energy measurement. When we do the energy measurement on f of x, look at here, probability of getting En. Wait a second, you better write like this. We will get either E1 RE2 and so on. You'll not get any average one. Just like when electron is in the superposition state, when you observe, you will get either it is passing through slit 1 or it is passing through slit 2. There it is only two state which is superimposed. Here many state which are superimposed. Is that okay? You'll get either E1 or E2 and so on. Probability of getting any En, that will be equal to mod Cn square. Speak out. Usually it will not, if it is real function. No, this is the generalization. Look at here. We have started with particle in a box problem where our wave function was real. Is that okay? Later we don't know. Again, we are just collecting the properties. So that's why to be in the safer side, we are just making psi and star here. If this is real, this is already real, this will be real usually. Look at here. In particle in a box problem, it is real. In harmonic oscillator, it is real usually. Suppose if you take some other case where, if you take some angular momentum state, then it need not be real. Is that okay? It may be complex. Or sometimes that coefficient itself may be complex. Let me show that. Okay. Is that okay? Now look at here, while doing this one, you should have normalized this individual one, okay? So again, wait a second. This should be normalized, then expansion need not be normalized, am I right? This total wave function. Once you define, look at here, the same thing happened in case of Schrodinger equation. We had no idea about wave function. When the probability interpretation comes, we started normalizing that. Am I right? Now again, we don't have idea about what is Cn. Now we got probabilistic interpretation. Now next step is taking care of this one. Total probability should be equal to 1. You should get either E1 or E2 or E3. You should get any one of them. You should get either electron pass through slit 1 or through slit 2. Am I right? You should get any one of the value. You have to make total, this is nothing but making total probability equal to 1. Is that okay? This is the normalization condition for this kind of state actually. Again, this should be individually normalized. That normalization is actually your position probability normalization. Are you getting my point? Well, how do you normalize this one? Mod psi of x to the whole square dx integral 0 to a. Am I right? You put it that one equal to 1. This normalization condition comes from position probability interpretation. Am I right? This normalization comes from this probability interpretation. What is that? Probability of measurement of energy, or when you do the energy measurement, probability of getting En is equal to mod Cn square. Over. Once you have this one, look at here. What is average energy? How do you find average energy? Again, in our discrete, now look at here. This becomes discrete probability distribution. This was mod psi square dx. That was position probability density. Am I right? This was continuous probability distribution. This will be discrete probability distribution. You have probability of getting E1, E2, E3 and all. So small change here from your position probability distribution. Now look at here. In this one, so how do you find average energy, or how did you find average J? Any idea? J into P of J. Do you remember that discrete probability he explained? So So same thing you can use here to find average energy. Usually we write average H, Hamiltonian. It's an energy operator. That's equal to En into probability of getting En, statistical average. So that's nothing but mod Cn square into En, because P of En is mod Cn square. This is the way of taking average. Now, how do you explain this average? You have to take identically prepared system. You have to do energy measurement. You'll get one, sometimes you'll get E1, sometimes you'll get E2, E3 and on. Then you have to take average. This will be the average. Now, what is the importance of whatever we have done here is not only given some state, not only to find energy measurement outcome. Okay, suppose if I have given some state, I mean some initial wave function. Suppose I'll give some initial wave functions. Shall I write some capital psi? Is equal to something. This need not be stationary state. This need not be any of your psi 1, psi 2, psi 3. That can be any function, just like my earlier function. Suppose my state is like this. Suppose the best example is he has given at the end of the chapter. A by 2 here, 0 here, A here. Initially, particle is equally likely to be found at left half of the well. He said like that. While designing the problem, initially, particle is equally likely. Your probability density is constant. Equally likely means. I hope you saw that needle problem. Equally likely to be in any of the angle, isn't it? Particle is equally likely to be in left half of the well. That means particle is not there in right half of the well at time t equal to 0. At time t equal to 0, he has given the wave function. What is this one? Can you write? Psi of x comma 0, initial wave function. That's equal to some constant between 0 to a by 2, 0 otherwise. This is your initial wave function. That need not be your psi n, any of the psi n. Is that okay? That can be anything. That's why I have written f of x. Now, according to our Fourier analysis, we can write this one as summation over Cn into any function. We can write like this, n equal to 1 to infinity. Is that okay? Now, how do you find the wave function for later time? Yeah. Just to treat this one as our general solution. We have written general solution. Then we have taken psi of x comma t. Am I right? What would happen? Cn psi n of x into e power minus I en t by h bar. Okay. In the third chapter, I'll take this one. Okay. Actually, these are related by some unitary transformation. Okay. Psi of x comma 0. If you operate some transformation, you will get psi of x comma t. That unitary transformation will be, I think, in terms of e power minus I h cap t by h bar. H cap is your Hamiltonian. Let me take that one in the next chapter. We call that one as translation in time, generator of translation in time. But this is the best way. This is the simplest way of finding the later wave function. Is that okay? Expanding that one in terms of stationary state. Is that okay? Then plugging in that time dependent energy factor. That will give later wave function. Now you need that Cn. What is the Cn? Integral of psi n star of x into f of x actually. That f of x is this one. Is that okay? Now do this example number 2.2 before morning. Initial wave function, that's equal to a into x into a minus x when x is between 0 to a. and find psi of x comma t. Again, it's not just writing in symbol. Are you getting my point? You have to find Cn. This is exactly same as your Fourier analysis. Is that okay? First, normalize this one. You can normalize here itself. You can normalize here itself. This is the wave function. Am I right? Some general wave function. So again, if it is normalized at time t equal to 0, later time also it is normalized. That was one theorem. Am I right? Normalize and then move on. Okay. If you normalize here, you will check. You can just check it out. So ultimately, your mod Cn square summation will be equal to 1 if you normalize here itself. You don't have to normalize in this way later. Okay. Let me explain that one.